Samara Renee, and giving you guys a checkup because I was MIA last week. I just, again, had another week where I just wasn't feeling the vibes with posting, and I didn't think I had like enough content. And I think last week, I don't know, I just wasn't feeling like it for whatever reason. So I'm back. So a quick update, GLP-1. I was going to update you guys from the last video that I missed with my first week going up in dose, and my body still feels great. The only side effect that I have is I'll take my GLP-1 at night, I'll do my shot, and I'll feel tired that night, and then I'll feel tired the next night. So I usually do my shot on Wednesday night when I come home, and then I'll go to bed early that night, and then the next day I'm always really, really tired, and I'll go to bed early on Thursday night. So other than that, it's been pretty good. I really haven't weighed myself, and again, my scale is off because I broke the little feet on it. So I think I'm down at least another like 8 to 10 pounds, which is good. I can kind of sort of see the difference, but not really. Like, people are telling me like, hey, you can tell you're losing weight, but I'm not quite seeing it yet. But I am still doing good. I am struggling with cravings, and so last night I had a craving for Chick-fil-A mac and cheese. For some reason, it just popped in my head and it sounded really good. I was able to fight the craving. So I think my body is getting used to the dose quicker. So the only takeout thing I let myself have was Chipotle, which has kind of been like, at least the past 2 weeks I've had Chipotle on Saturday. And then I had a work event and I had crackers and cheese, which was so good. And I haven't had like cheese or anything dairy in months, and it was so delicious. My stomach did great. And that was pretty much it. I mean, nothing too crazy other than my weird cravings last night for certain things like mac and cheese. And this morning it popped in my head again, like, ooh, mac and cheese sounds good. And I just have to learn how to like talk myself down from it. But it's not as bad as like before, but I'm like, oh gosh, is my body already adapting to this dose and I'm just gonna have to go higher? I hope not. But yeah, so that's what's interesting, is that I'm getting a little bleed through on my food thoughts. So for me, that's a little scary because it's like really hard for me to resist my hunger cravings. So it will just depend. I think definitely the GLP-1 drug that I'm on, which is Zepbound, that's supposed to be the best one, that I am not as hungry as much until the end of like when my dosage is wearing off. So yesterday was Monday, I have today, and then I take a shot tomorrow. So I guess it kind of makes sense that my body is getting used to it, but so far so good. I can't complain, and my body's doing really good. I also started taking some of those like hydration powders and putting them in my water so it's like a little bit flavored. And I done that for 2 weeks, and that's really helped me with my muscle cramping and spasming. So I think my body was really low on potassium and sodium. So that's really helped a lot. And overall soreness, even though I had a really, really tough workout last Wednesday, we did a lot of leg and I could barely walk the next day. And then we did legs again on Friday, which was actually not as bad. Like, it hurt during it. Like, I was struggling and I had to like foam roll in the middle of the workout. But on Saturday, and I worked on Saturday, my legs felt good. And I think it was because I was up and moving around a lot. And so that helped. And then Sunday, my legs felt pretty good. Monday, my legs felt pretty good. So anything else? Right now, update on dating. There's no dating happening, and I'm okay with that. So right now, my main project is financial. So I've been talking about this forever, about like how I really want to just completely pay off all of my debt. I paid off my car. I have some student loans that have just been kind of hanging around that I need to get rid of. And so I said, this is the year. So I have a target on how much, and I have one credit card that I would not recommend for myself again to get a credit card, because I'm not a person that should have one. So I have that. So that is actually the one. I do follow Dave Ramsey, but this credit card that I have, the interest is just way too high. So I'm really focusing on that one first. And so my trusty friend ChatGPT and I had a discussion and trying to kind of figure out a game plan. So my goal is to get that puppy down as quickly as we can and pay that off. And I was like, how am I going to get this down within the year? Like, you know, as fast as I can, because I'm trying to like speedily to get it done. That way I can put that money away, and then I wanted to throw as much money as I could. Like I said, at least $1,000 a month at it. And I started looking at my money and I was like, how can I squeeze an extra like $500 a month to throw at this debt? And I somehow was able to find it. So that is my goal, that I'm throwing $1,500 a month at this debt. So I'm giving myself a 90-day challenge to throw as much money as I can as possible at this debt, so I can like bring it down and get it paid off and speed up the time. And amazingly, like you hear about like those scams about like the state owing you money, and like you'll hear these news stories sometimes and they're like, you know, are you owed money by the state or whatever. So I actually saw one of those news articles about like, you know, the state of California might actually have money that you were supposed to claim. So I ended up looking on the state website, and evidently I had $1,000 from Progressive Insurance that they owed me from some lawsuit, and I never claimed it. And so evidently the state assessor, I think, had it. So I was able to fill out the paperwork and get that. And I think the check arrived today. So that's an extra $1,000 that I can throw in my savings. So I'm just taking that as a win and a blessing, because how often does like an extra $1,000 just show up that I was not expecting? So totally a blessing. And so my 90-day challenge is on. So I am living lean and just eating at home as much as I can and throwing money at all the rest of the things that I have. But my goal is to be debt free in the next 18 months. So I'm just going full hog, getting back into it and really challenging myself to pay down all this junk. And the hope is that once I get everything paid down, I can put more money towards saving for a new car. And I want to pay as much cash as I can possibly pay to put down on that car. It would be great to just pay cash, period. But for right now, the goal is just to pay off 3 of my student loans this year, and then pay off my credit card that I have. And it's going to take some hardcore focus time, but I feel like that's another weight in my life that I said I don't want to have anything else like financially holding me back. I don't want to feel like I owe anybody anything, and I want to be free from that. So that's something that I want to focus on doing. So that's what I'm up to. I'm also journaling and focusing on trying to figure out what I want to do with my life. So one of the things that I'm really focusing on is the financial aspect and what I want to do in the next 5 years, and my life is going to look different. You know, what do I want to do in the next year, next 5 years, next 10 years? And really it's getting that financial stability and working on building my life up. So when I get older, that I have money and nothing can hold me back from doing what I want in my life. So right now I'm just going to be focused on that. And I think that's pretty much it. It's just like getting healthy, getting my financial house in order, and getting everything situated with my life. And I'm still trying to figure out like where I'm headed, what I'm doing in my life. But right now this is all I know, that it's like I just need to focus on that. So I'm taking it as at least figuring out one thing in my life that I wanted to do, and I'm gonna just move forward on that. Anyways, if you like this video and this quick update, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.